Hi everyone, welcome to our world of language and literature. In your plus one classes, you are going to learn a new subject, that is English literature, along with your general English. English has been taught to you from your primary classes and you are quite familiar with stories and poems in English. Then you might be wondering, what is so special about English literature? Is there any difference between general English and English literature? Both texts deal with stories, poems, anecdotes, essays, novels, etc. So, let's have a look at the special features of English literature. It will help you to have a wider perspective on language and literature. Let's begin. In this video, I'll be dealing with questions like what is literature, what is English literature, the importance of reading literature, and types of literature. What is literature? Literature broadly is any collection of written work mostly based on the imagination or creativity of the authors. It can also include non-fiction genres such as autobiography, diaries, memoirs, letters, and the essay. What is English literature? You might have heard terms like Malayalam literature, American literature, Canadian literature, African literature, Dalit literature, etc. All these are broad terms for the creative imaginations of the authors in their specific language and culture. Like the above mentioned literature, English literature refers to the study of artistic works or texts from around the world written in the English language. The importance of reading literature. Reading literature in English will help you to analyze the written materials of different kinds: prose, poetry, fiction, non-fiction, drama, etc. Literature represents the culture and tradition of a place or a group of people who shares that language. It reflects the society, the life and culture of that people. Reading literature will definitely improve your command of language. It also teaches you about the life, culture and experience of people in other parts of the world. For example, reading Shakespeare will give you a wider perspective on Elizabethan culture as he belonged to the reign of Queen Elizabeth. Reading literature will force you to either sympathize or criticize the characters you read about. It will help you to compare your personal reflections with that of other people. Now let's see different types of literature. They are poetry, prose, novel or fiction, novella, short story, graphic novel, electronic literature, non-fiction, and drama. Here I would like to give you a brief introduction to the different forms of literature. Poetry. It is a form of literature which gives importance to meter and rhythm. It appeals to our emotions and is written to evoke pleasure in the reader's mind. Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings, says William Wordsworth. Many writers and critics have interpreted poetry in their own way. To some, poetry serves a didactic purpose, and to some it is higher than any works of imagination, and for some it is for mere enjoyment. We don't want to go into an in-depth analysis, so just keep in mind that it is a kind of literature which gives primacy to meter and rhythm. Prose. It is a simple form of written or spoken communication. It makes use of less metrical composition and follows a natural pattern found in everyday speech. It is the most common form of writing used in both fiction and non-fiction works. Novel or fiction. A novel is a long fictional or imaginative prose narrative with more than 40,000 words. It is the most popular form of literature. Novel and fiction are alternate words. Fiction is a broad term which includes genres like novel, short story, and novella. For example, novels of Charles Dickens, Thomas Hardy, etc. Novella. It is shorter than a novel and longer than a short story. its word limit is 10,000 to 40,000. For example, Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, etc. Short story. It is a brief fictional prose narrative that usually deals with only a few characters. For example, short stories of Anton Chekhov, Mark Twain, etc. Graphic novel. Graphic novels and comic books present stories with picturization, dialogue, and text. Electronic literature. It is a literary genre which consists of digital works. Non-fiction. Non-fiction include the essay, travel literature, biography, autobiography, memoir, letters, history, philosophy, scientific and technical writing. Drama. It is a kind of literature intended for performance. It is combined with music and dance. It is a composition in verse or prose presenting a story in pantomime or dialogues. For example, dramas of William Shakespeare. Thank you. See you soon with another topic.